Hello everybody, welcome to Short Shot Archery. Anthony here, and in this video I just want to share my idea and just expand upon something that I've been talking about with some friends in archery, and that is the idea of limited edition archery equipment. Now I have two examples here. One is a real thing and the other one was an April Fool's joke, and I want to use them as examples and then just kind of add my ideas onto this topic. And I really am truly putting together this video, one, because I want to share my ideas, but at the same point in time I really want to hear what everybody else has to say about it, especially people that are always following this channel, people that are really into archery or even new to archery for that matter. Does this concept of having a limited edition piece of equipment, does that does that suit your fancy? Does that spark your interest? Is it something that you would want to do? And I have some other points and some other experiences in my archery career and my time shooting so far that I'm going to share with you too. Some other interesting ideas related to this unique piece of equipment. We're going to start off with an actual real piece of limited edition equipment, and that is going to be the Elite Archery Green Mantis compound bow. Okay, so this limited edition compound bow has just a limited edition paint job to it. It's called Green Mantis, and it's pretty sweet looking. It really reminds me a little bit similar to the old electric green paint jobs they used to put on some of the Hoyt bows back in the Hoyt Helix era. So that was probably like 2008 or so, maybe a little before then. I don't know exactly what year they were producing those risers. I know it's been a while. Of course, this is a different take on that. It doesn't have the lightning into it, but it has a unique design. And just from looking at the comments and stuff, which I'm not putting into this, there was a ton of people super excited about this, and kind of ironically, it actually came out like a week after I talked to some friends about unique pieces of equipment. So I think they're going to make 100 of these bows that are that have this paint job on them. So they're going to be limited edition. They're going to be special. And this is how it ties into my idea. I think more companies should do limited edition things. Of course, for popular products, it makes no sense to do it for things that aren't popular just to move product. I think that's ridiculous. I think it should be special editions. So the first thing that comes to mind would be risers, or whole compound bows. The unique paint job is definitely a thing, but you could even get into like a particular kind of sight. I know for one of the Olympic Games, they actually repainted everybody's bow to look like an American flag. I think, and I guess Win and Win did this to an extent, but I think with their bows, they had like a Brazil edition, and there was a U.S. edition, and they had a whole bunch of different editions, and I believe they were limited quantity. I think other companies should definitely do the same thing. It just makes the product special. I know people that would definitely buy a product solely because of the unique design and being like one of 100, or you could go even more crazy. You could do one of 10. People would be really into that, from my understanding and just who I've talked to so far about it. And I'd be really interested to hear what everybody else has to say about it. Because the internet's a vast place, so it'll be kind of interesting to hear everybody else's opinion. Now, this is continuing into some April 1st stuff. So with the April 1st stuff, Shibuya comes to mind. In the past, they did a Safari edition. It was just a joke. It was just for April Fools. But at the same point in time, there was a lot of people really interested in a zebra print or a leopard print or a giraffe print sight. I personally think they should have teased that at April Fool's Day, April 1st, and then have rolled out maybe 10 of each color. Either charge the same price, which would probably make sense, because why like extort people over it, but you could at least charge the same price for them, maybe a little bit more, because it is a custom paint job. You're only doing a limited quantity, and then just see how many you sell. Don't make an excess amount of them. You want to keep it a rarity. Maybe you could even number them so they know you have number 2 of 10, and just do it like a one-time thing, and then maybe a couple years down the road you could come up with another design. You could do like, I don't know, fish or something, or like or you could have like a rainbow site, and then like a site that looks like you're in the ocean. It could just be like ocean, different shades of blue, and then just different shades of green. Like you could come up with a whole bunch of different color combinations every couple of years, and then just never make them again, or at least not make them for like a decade, or until a new version of that site comes out. One, from the business side, it would be a great way, I think, to raise revenue, to make money. But on the other side of things, I think as a consumer, I think I would really like to own a one-off or 1 out of 10 site or riser, and I think that in itself would be really exciting. Now, going into some like other experiences I've had with limited edition equipment, from my understanding, there were limited edition biter plungers at one point. If you were supporting the Pink Arrow project, which is to fight cancer, and you donated, at one point I believe you could actually get a pink biter plunger, which was super cool. But now they're making them into full production, so you can just buy one. But I like the rarity of it. I think you could also at one point get a golden biter plunger for I guess a particular achievement in, or your performance in archery. I don't know the all the aspects of it, of what you had to do to get that, but it was also like a rare plunger to get. Like, you only saw top archers with them, and now they're in mass production. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but maybe for some of these you could make them in the beginning a rarity thing, a very limited edition, and then later on you could come out with a generic one. I know I'm probably like jumping a little bit all over the place, but there's just so much with this. I feel like there's potential. Not that I'm trying to suggest that archery should turn into this one-off game or anything like that, but some variety I think would be really cool for the sport. They do it for other things like gaming, say, because the gaming's a big market. You have professional gamers that have limited edition products where it will be their choice of colors for a mouse or a keyboard or whatever, and then they'll only sell like X amount of them, and then they'll have their generic one, like the Brady Ellison products. Brady's got a lot of products with his name on them for other companies. I know he has one for Shrewd. He's coming out with that finger tab for True Ball and Excel, and I think for some of these, maybe he should see if the company's interested in just doing like a one-off, like a Brady custom color. Like right now, Brady's running this crazy custom paint job on his bow. You look at it one way, it's like a green. Another way, it's like purple. It's got a wild paint job. Maybe they should offer some of the equipment that he shoots in that paint job, but then only make, say, 100 of them, or whatever, a very limited edition set of those products. People would be more than happy to pick them up. I think it would be fun being able to shoot with a very unique sight pin or finger tab or what have you, whatever it is, even bow for that matter. So with that pretty much wraps up my thoughts on this video. I know I was kind of just like on a roll, but I'm just trying to go off the top of my head here on what I've been really thinking about now for a good period of time. Like this has been on my mind for a good year or so, and I've really thought about it. I think it would be fun to throw some limited edition stuff into archery, as long as they're still producing, your standard colors and standard, like, say, sights. It would be fun to throw in some ones that are zebra print or whatever every so often, just to mix it up. But also, there's people willing to pay even a little bit extra money for something that is special, something that's not going to be mass produced in like a week later. They can have something special for like a decade, or at least a couple years, and then be able to get a little bit of bragging rights. But at the same point in time, it does help support these companies at the same time, and a lot of that money does go back into archery with paying athletes, funding tournaments, and things like that. So let me know in the comments section down below, am I completely off base with this? Or do I have some good points and you have some more to add? I'm just really interested. Whatever you got to say, I want to hear it. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and as always, happy shooting.